Alrighty, start of another week. This is Monday night. We had just three of us, and I was wanting to do another one of the CrossFit Games qualifier or quarterfinal qualifier workouts. So this is a scaled and modified version because I don't have a rower or the appropriate weight. So I'm using the ladies' weight, 85 pounds on the snatch. We're using an echo bike instead of a rower. And the ladies' weight on the dumbbell box step overs was 35 pounds, but my dumbbells only go to 30. So we did those. So this is a nice one. I was curious to just get a sense of how many reps I could get, just to really put in perspective what the top scores were on the actual workout. I think Jason Hopper got the top score at 260 reps on this. And that's with doing snatches at 135. And the dumbbells were, I think, 50 for the men. So that's nuts. This one was a bit of a gong show. We kept getting confused on the flow of things. So multiple times we bumped into each other, and I think I missed one of the rounds of Echo Bike because looking at my scores, I only wrote down 3 scores on the Echo Bike. So I think I must have missed one and had an extra round of rest. So it was a bit of a gong show. But it was a good push. The snatches and the box step overs were, the snatches were sort of about pacing, not to like just get crazy on the snatches because the idea was you really wanted to sort of hit that bike pretty hard. And I am trying to get the guys to start doing some more dynamic movements. And so I had them snatching just with the empty 45-pound bar. And I was using the ladies bar with 25s aside to get to 85 pounds. So we had fun with this one. I want the guys to start doing these different movements, but they're complicated movements, and honestly, we don't really spend a whole lot of time training them ahead of time. I give them some cues. We maybe we do 10 reps with the empty bar, but really the snatches and clean and jerks, stuff like that, you just got to get a bunch of reps to slowly start figuring out how it feels. So anyway, empty bar for them, and form it's coming. Kyle did a few snatches at 185 at 85 pounds after, and that was his heaviest snatch, and he looked decent. But I just want to include some footage of everybody so the guys can see what they're doing, and hopefully it helps. So I finished with 134 reps. Like I said, I missed one round on the Echo Bike, so in theory, I guess I should have got closer to 150. And then we took about 5 minutes off, and then we headed into a back squat session, and this was really the workout. The first piece was a little bit heart ratey, particularly the Echo Bike, but these back squats were the fun part of the night. So to start, and again, Sam's hardly ever squatted. Kyle squatted with us last summer. We did 5x5 all summer, and so he's a little bit more familiar. But I wanted to get the guys doing these pause tempo squats, and these are what I was doing in that back squat progression I did for maybe 2.5 months earlier this year. And so we're just starting with really lightweight, warming up by doing 5-second descents, just a slow 5-6 seconds down to the bottom, and then spend about 3 seconds sitting in the bottom, just to really let the hips open up, really feel the position, and then be explosive coming up out of the bottom. And so we did, I got them doing that with the empty bar, and then I think we did like 5 reps at 65 pounds, 4 reps at 95 pounds. That's what we're doing here. 3 reps at 115, doing these 5-second descents, 3-second pauses. And then we just did a few, singles, doubles, triples to find our working weight. Because what the actual workout is going to be here is AMRAP for 10 minutes. As many reps as possible, back squats at a set weight. So I think Sam did 135, Kyle did 155, and I did 175. I ended up turning it into an EMOM, and so I got 3 reps on the minute to finish the workout with 30 reps in 10 minutes. And so this is basically body weight for me, a little bit more. I'm about 170. So I was pretty happy with this in terms of total volume. My knee was really feeling it. I wrapped my knee about halfway in, maybe around 5. So Sam, bless his heart, he's learning. He's just learning position. thinking about foot pressure, thinking about how to stand up out of the bottom. Kyle, meanwhile, Kyle's got like really good looking form. Like Kyle, if you're watching this, you're killing it, dude. Like your knees are shooting nice and straight forward. You're getting nice and deep in the bottom of the squat, deeper than I am, I would say. So good on you. I still tuck my hips out to the left every time I stand up. Yeah, man, oh man. I got issues, man. Yeah, Kyle, dude, your squats look sick, dude. Really good. Kyle was doing doubles for the first 2-3 rounds and then went to triples, I believe. And likewise, Sam, he started doing singles, and then I think here he does a double. At some point he does a triple, and then I think he went back to singles. So those guys weren't doing an on-the-minute rhythm. They were just sort of going back and forth. So I think they got maybe 6 or 7 rounds each, which was great. Good little push for them. Proud of you guys. And so Samwise, yeah, so things to watch in the squat is what's going on with the knees on the way up. You see they're kind of, those are starting to look better. Sam's, I noticed his right knee was coming in. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it is. On the way up. Meanwhile, Kyle, geez, bro, your knees, they're just shooting right out. Looking really good. Really strong. Very cool. So this was good, and boy, oh boy, it's Wednesday morning as I'm recording this, and my glutes and my hamstrings are still feeling it. I was really feeling it after this one. It was a lot of total load, I would say, for me, over 10 minutes. So it was a good weight. I had originally thought I was going to do 185, but I didn't really know what my plan was. I wasn't planning on doing an EMON. I was just planning on, doing 2s and 3s and taking some rest and going again, but right away I was like, okay, well, anyway, sometimes you just start a workout and you just settle into what makes sense. So I wrote on the board a 10-minute AMRAP, but it immediately turned into a 3 reps on the minute EMOM for 10 minutes. And it felt good. The back squats were hard, but it was a light enough load that I could keep coming back to it. It was really just that knee that was giving me problems. On the outside of the knee, sort of just above. So it was kind of in where my quad ties, the left side, I don't know what that's called, left side of my quad ties into the knee. So I felt like that sleeve gave me a little bit of support. And then actually after I finished these back squats, I was limping the rest of the night. So that was great. Tuesday morning, just real quickly, Dave wasn't able to come by, and so I went down in the garage and just didn't feel like exercising. And so I ended up doing a 3K run. My leg did not tweak on me like it did when I did the 13K on the weekend, so that's a good sign. But I'm not feeling confident in my knees right now, so we will see. But another good workout, and proud of the guys for tackling some of these harder movements. Catch you in the next one.